Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and I am in Refinery Caves, basically Lumber Tycoon, I guess 3, but just rocks instead. So, I'm here with my friend Triple in Trouble, and I wanted to show you guys a couple of, things you probably didn't know about this game. Also, tips and tricks. I love doing videos like that, so I'm here with my boy Triple. So we're actually going to start out with number 1. I actually have 11 of these tips to give you, and let's go into it. Okay, so I'm in my yellow car, obviously, because, you know, it's a very rare car, but we'll talk about those later. So I'm at the very top of the Logic store, which is the electronics store, and I want to show you guys a little bit of a trick you can do when you're going down a mountain. So, you know, going down a mountain takes a very long time in Lumber Tycoon 2, like, your max speed is like 10. But if you go down with the letter W, or if like your mobile, like you're going down with like your thumb going straight, all you have to do is let go of your mouse buttons or your keys, and you go super fast. So as you can see, I'm going super fast and I'm drifting because I'm going so fast. But this is a really easy way to get down the mountain. So if I'm pressing W, as you can see, this is my max speed. I'm not going that fast, and it's really slow. So let me just go back up real quick. So this is me going way up here, and if I let go of all my keys, I go pretty fast. I go down here. Oh shit, I curved. And this is also can benefit you in any car, any vehicle you buy in the game. If you go down the mountain and you hit like a straight point, you can just go pretty fast. So I just see this as a huge benefit of the game, because it's just, you can just go fast down mountains instead of going like 2 miles per hour. Okay, so I'm at the ore cellar utility shop. So what you're gonna need for this one is you need the Proton, just the Proton 24 box, whatever. It's $6,500 in game. So what this is you can pick up 8 items at once. So if you go on an item, you can see that you can pick up 8 items at once. So as you see, I can pick up 4. I want to try to find if I can do 8, or 7. So I can pick up 4 there, 4 there. This is just a really useful way to pick up items. You can also pick them up in the shop, which I'm doing. And it's most efficient when you're doing for ores, because ores, like, they're in little clumps, and it takes a very long time to having to pick up one by one. Also, if you wanted to move like a really big object, all right, so say you wanted to move like your Jeep, your ATV here. So as you can see, if I use my body, like, it literally does not move. Like, my ATV cannot move. But if you take out the Proton, you can move the car right away. Like, look at this thing. Like, I can just move it. Like, I'm not exactly sure why this happens, but you can do this with a lot of items. So if like something gets stuck, like if your ATV gets stuck on a tree, you can just move it right over. Like, look at that. It's insane. So that's my advice for like using the Proton. So picking up really small items, like I have a ton of wires right here. I can pick it all up and just move it instead of one by one. So that's number 2. Let's go on. Alright, so next I have the neon truck. So, you know guys, the pink truck in the game, pink truck, ATV or whatever in Lumber Tycoon 2, pink trailers and everything like that. In this game, they're called neons, but there's like different types of neons in the game. So we have, I'll have a picture on the screen where I have all the colors, which I think it was yellow, green, purple, blue, and red, which are like the basic colors, which I have yellow right here, which is the bright yellow. And then I have the neons, which right here I have the green neon, which is like really dark green neon. And if I pull it out, I have a light yellow neon. Like, look at this thing. So these things actually go for a lot, and the percentage is 0.005. I'm pretty sure. I'll have a picture on the screen of what it actually is. But these things are really hard to spawn. It's basically Lumber Tycoon 2, how to spawn them. You just keep pressing the thing over and over again, and that's how they spawn. So these things, it's not really a tip, but it does tell you. I am showing you how what's the new special car in the game. So this thing is pretty mind-breaking. I don't know. I don't want triple is gonna like ruin my car. But anyways, I keep that in a secret spot. I don't want any hackers to accidentally take it out or anything. So that is our tip number 4. Now let's go on. Alright, so number 5, we have the, I guess, material glitch in the ground. So if you accidentally open the box while the material is basically upside up, which I recommend doing it this way, so the materials go side to side. If you turn the box like this and it goes up, you'll have a material that accidentally sticks in the ground like this. So you're probably wondering, how do I get this out? Well, one solution is bringing it to the side of your base and boom, it pops right out. Another solution is just putting a tile on the ground, and then when you put that there, you can just put that in, and then you can just bring in the rest, and you can just fill in the tile like that. So those are basically 2 solutions to fixing that. I'm not sure if there's any more, but I feel like those are the simplest and easiest to do. So, alright, for the next one, I have Moonstone. So, you're probably wondering what does Moonstone have to do anything about tips and tricks about this video, or like things you probably didn't know? Well, Moonstone, if you put it in like a frame like this, as you can see, Moonstone looks kind of like dumb. It's like, it looks exactly like cobble, but in the nighttime, it actually glows up. I'll have a picture on the screen of how it looks. So the Moonstone ore doesn't actually glow, it's just the objects that you put it in. It's like a bluish grayish that lights up, and it's pretty cool. And it obviously makes sense because it's a moonstone. When the moon's out, it lights up. So that's probably a thing that you probably didn't know. Like, I didn't know that until 2 days ago, which is pretty cool. So we got Moonstone. Triple probably didn't know that either. Did you know that, Triple? Nah, he didn't. Alright, so for the next tip, it's pretty self-explanatory, but an ATV. You're gonna want an ATV wherever you, like, whatever base you have. It's the fastest vehicle in the game. You can travel with it very fast down mountains and everywhere like that, because the big vehicles like the Utilizer and Terius or whatever, those things take a very long time to get around the map. And if you want to like just go buy a single like wire, you can just put it on the back of this, and then you can just go like that. You can, except when you hit a wall, you can just go crazy. So that's what I recommend, just buying an ATV, because it's literally the most useful thing you will ever buy in this game, most likely. Okay, so for my next trick or thing you probably did not know is the compactor. You're probably wondering, what is a compactor? But you probably already know what the word compact means, which means press things together. Or just, can this thing compact me? It probably can't. So what you're gonna need is, you're gonna need a couple of ores, which currently I do not. I'm not sure why. We can just do it on marble real quick. So say I have 3 little marble things, and I don't want to like carry them around. I want to carry more than one. What you do is you put the little ores in there. You click E. You can click E over any of these. Starts compacting, and it shoots one out. So for the size of 3, you can get the size of 1. And this also helps for the proton. So then you can just move stuff around without having to like carry like more than like 7 items, so your thing can actually fit on it. So that's pretty cool. I recommend doing it for items you don't care about, but for items you care about, like Stormite and whatever all these other ones are, Sunstone and stuff like that, I recommend keeping them, like, I guess, like these 1x1s, because they're kind of valuable. So that's my recommendation about that. So have you guys ever seen a title on the top of your screen say, "A rare ore just spawned"? I'm not sure if it says exactly, but it says a rare ore just spawned. And you're probably like, well, where do I find this ore? What ore is it? And how do I get this ore? So I'll have a thing in the description, or probably the comment section, about what ore colors go to what. And you're probably like, what do you mean what ore colors? Well, if you've seen the text has different colors. So the different colors correspond to different ores. So if we have like green or brown, it's dirt or grass, and it can be found in 4 places on the map in-game, the in-game map. That's like on the little board, and it shows you where the places are. If you have dark green, it's acid time or whatever. Blue, purple, or red/orange, it's dumb or tyrite. And then you can read the other ones. I'm horrible at naming stuff. So there's black, purple, blue, purple, red, orange, dark green, brown, and green. So the things you probably have to be worried about is dark green and green, and black and blue and purple, and purple. Those are the ones that are kind of confusing. Black is okay, but that's Stormite, which is pretty cool, which I have some of that. So if you want to know which ones is each, we have green, which is grass, which I do not have, which is basically dirt, which is right here. Then we have dark green, or I do not have. We have blue/purple, which I don't think I have that ore. Actually, no, it's this one right here. Yeah, this blue ore. And then we have purple, which I do not have, but I did, but I got scammed, of course. And then we have black, which is Stormite, which is right here. So I have like barely any of that, but hopefully on the next video I'll have all the ores. So we'll do a video about that one. So that's what the different text means. For the second to last one, I wanted to tell you guys how to make an elevator. I know it sounds stupid, but since Lumber Tycoon 2 apparently did not give us the option to do an elevator, I mean, they did, but like, it's literally impossible. It's so complex, my mind is going crazy. So anyways, so first up we got the elevator part, which is I don't think it's called the elevator, I think it's just called something. So you have to put a little wire in there and then it goes up and down. So you can't really set it to actually go a certain length. If I just get like a little button, actually I'm not gonna get a little button, I'm just gonna put it back where it was. So I made a little system over here that made it where it stays up and then you press a button for it to go down. If you want me to do you can find a ton of tutorials on doing the elevator. So what this button do is, I use the Wi-Fi, of course. So when you click the button, it goes in the input, in the signal. Then I take this out. It goes in the input up here, and there's this thing called the off next on. So what this does is whenever I press the button, it sends a signal to here. It turns this thing on, so this thing comes on, and when the button goes off, this color thing turns off, but this thing is still on, so it keeps the elevator on. So I know this is a lot of words, but if I show you guys real quick. So I click the button, I go over here, and as you can see, this wire is now on, but this is off. Because when you press a button, the light goes on, then off. A lever keeps it on. It's so complicated. So if I press the button again, it turns this on, but it turns this off, and the thing goes back down. So as you can see, both of them are off, and the next, when I press the button, will be on. So you can do this one. I put the same system up there. It's the same number. Well, actually, I gotta fix it at 10. But so if I press this, it goes up here, and it will stay up here until I press this or that button again. So if I press this button, obviously it will not work because it's not the same transmission. So I press 10, it will go back down. So that is how you make an elevator. Alright, so for our last trick we have here, or tip, basically, if you guys know about SunStone and the new area, there's this little thingy here you're probably confused about. It's the, I guess, Sun Secret little thing. So when the sun hits it, there's a door right here that opens and you can take your truck in. So this only happens when it's sunset, because the sun goes down over there, comes up over here, which I'm not really sure if that's northwest or whatever, but the sun hits it and the door opens. So I don't really recommend doing this because there's only 9 pieces of sunstone, so just grab 2 people and just grab it and just go through this little hole right here. Don't worry, there's no monsters, it won't kill you or anything, there's no damage taken. But I guess it's just a little thing that you can just open the door. So I wanted to wait till sun set, but the sun's rising today, so probably have to find a YouTube video on the sun actually setting, but I've had this happen to me one time. So yeah, that's really it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I promise I'll update, or like just upload a lot more. Bye.